is my camera vibrating? Okay, welcome to the channel. It's a funny way to start. My name is Michael Knight, and yeah, thanks for joining me. Yeah, it's good to be back. But yeah, today I've got a video prepared for you guys, and essentially, I just wanted to talk about the UK specifically, right? And boy, oh boy, is there topic to talk about when it concerns the UK. Oh man, you know. But specifically today, I wanted to talk about the black community, one, and two, the lack of, it seems, proper role models within this community. You know, personally, you know, whenever I see another black individual of a similar age, I don't know why, but immediately there's some sort of, and I'm going to call it a psychological, mental hostility, because I believe it's a lot louder in my head than it may appear. But it's always some sort of hostility in my mind whenever I view another black individual, okay? And I don't know why this is, except maybe I do know why. Is it not just a normal form of pattern recognition? I mean, shit, this is something that we've evolved with. Why would I not feel this way? You know? Now, what am I thinking exactly when I have this hostility in mind? I'm thinking, I know that there's quite a large number of people my age, right, of my race, who have chosen a lifestyle where they're in crime, aggressive, violent, being to jail, this kind of lifestyle. You understand where I'm coming from? And I'm not saying it's only, you know, and if you think I'm only saying it's those people, black people, then I humbly and I respectfully ask you to leave. Disrespectfully, I ask you to leave. You feel me? Because obviously that's, you feel me? I'ma continue. But you know, and why do I start this off by saying there's not enough role models? Because I was there once, and I know why I chose to dress like this. I might put up a picture, you know, and then now I've made the transition, and now I look like this, you know. I was there once. I idolized drill rappers. I never idolized them, but you know, drill rappers, that lifestyle, you know, looking at police cars, thinking, oh, look at me. I might even take a picture of one and post it online. What am I trying to do? Chances are, if you live similar, you know, maybe you live in the UK, you anything like me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've grown, you know, you've lived it. And is it cool? It's really not cool. I don't see it as cool nowadays. I don't. That shit is weird to me, you know. And you know, eventually, look, this is the goal. Eventually, I will be that role model for fellow black individuals in this country. And not only in this country, but worldwide. That's the ultimate goal for me, you know. Even those who used to be role models to me didn't have the best role models themselves, you know. And it's like, when you have this whole generation who are led by leaders, it only makes sense where they would end, where they are led to, you know. I mean, you look at things like trends and whatnot, and you know, a lot of the things people do, they've seen other people do. And those people who are doing them, bro, they probably never wanted to do it in the first place, or they're embarrassed of that shit, or they, you know, you feel where I'm coming from. So live with intention, live for yourself. Stop looking at others and doing what they're doing, you know. Break the cycle, break that cycle of what everyone else is doing, and you know, build your own path, build your own journey, and follow that, honestly, you know. And I feel like if we had enough people telling the younger generation, look, you don't need to do what your elder brother's doing or what your uncle's doing or what your dad's doing. You can do something else. If you had that message being shared about more. But it's not just a message though, you know? And honestly, it's a big problem. So there are many, if you look at it like, what do they call it? Where it starts over there and then it, you know, them ones where, you know, and it branches off. What do you call that? That's basically what it's like. You have to keep going into different avenues to really find the root cause and properly extinguish it. But essentially what I was saying is, you need to do more than just tell someone. You need to show them. How many black role models do we have that came out of the UK and are doing things now that younger people aspire to follow, aspire to be? And I'm not just talking about football and athletes. No, those have been around for a long time. And if you look at the percentage, if you look at the chance of people who actually make it, there's that, you can talk about that. And then you can look at the actual behaviors of some of these footballers. You know, I'll tell you right now, there are a lot of footballers I can name right now that I would not want my son to be replicating. Straight up. But I mean, you know, you look at it this way, they're on huge money. They're living lives that they feel like living. That's great. I mean, that to an extent, that's what you should aspire to do as well. But must you do it through those means? Must you become a footballer? I mean, if you want to play football, if that's what you want to do, work hard, go and do it. You know? But just remember, behavior comes first. Mindset comes first. Work on yourself. Put away all that street shit that you learned in high school, that you learned from friends, from the elders. Get rid of it, bro. It's not cool. You know? But that's what I'm saying. There ain't enough. You know? There ain't enough. Everywhere I go, want to learn drop shipping, SMMA, e-commerce. Everyone's white. Why? Everyone's white. No problem with that, but it just shows that as a race, we're not doing well enough. And you know, growing up, you'll hear about issues such as world hunger or whatever, and think, well, that has nothing to do with me. What am I supposed to do? All you can do is work on your reality. Michael Jackson, if you want to make the world a better place, you feel me, just change from within. That's all you gotta do. Work on yourself. Because your influence can go a million miles. Hence why I'm here. You know? I feel like this is the kind of topic that I would really excel at if I was having a conversation with someone about. But since it's just me and a camera, it feels a little, you know, there's not much connection there, I won't lie. But the message is there for sure. And I hope it's touched someone out there. So, do with the message as you will. I've been Michael Knight. Speak once, listen twice. We'll speak soon. I screwed it.